One in red, the other in blue, both gunning for gold in Gibraltar. Jayson Shaw against David Alcaide. We know that Ted Lerner believes Alcaide will win. I'm the opposite. Jayson Shaw, I think, will just about tip this, but what do I know?
Race to 8, Phil, winner breaks. It's about making a good start, freezing your opponent out of the match, gluing him to his chair. First blood drawn by Alcaide. Look at the cue ball. Perfect speed control. He'll get the first break.
First rack, race to 8, winner breaks. David Alcaide, the break.
Just taking some water on board. He's hoping at the end of the match, water will change to champagne.
Oh, if he wins, Phil, that would be a huge party. I'm thinking back to Kielce in Poland, the World Pool Masters. Cue ball scratch. Lost it. It went forward, but then it got kicked. And what an unfortunate roll for David Alcaide.
Yeah, it's just flicked off the green 6. That was enough.
We did the commentary then in Kielce the year that 4 Polish players were in the quarterfinals, 2 in the final.
Yes, with Karol Skawerski, the man who ultimately grabbed the silverware.
So I'm thinking back to that year. David Alcaide playing so good. But Jayson Shaw over hitting that shot. On a draw shot with an angle, if you want the rotation to grab the cue ball, you need to hit soft. I think a little too much adrenaline in his arm there. Understandably. Like the entrance in the arena, in an ambience like this, gives you a lot of adrenaline. Right, and pulse. Looking to play a 1 real kick shot. A 3/4 ball hit. Send it towards the 9. Look at this. Look at this. Wow. And that's why I like kick shots. David Alcaide in his chair, you know, getting ready for a different shot than this.
Some folks get their kicks on Route 66. Alex Lely gets his kicks from kicks.
He sees part of the 5. But he doesn't like the odds when playing for a direct hit.
An open ball, hand on table when Jayson Shaw is coming into bat. That is ominous news for the guy he's playing.
The 7 ball is somewhat in the way if he chooses to play with topspin. But he's addressing the cue ball low. Creamed it in. Good angle on the 6. No angle. Straight in. He can play a stop shot here or draw back slightly. Punched it over. So confident. Power pull.
A little bit of crashing and banging in this rather large hall we're in, but nothing could disrupt Shaw's concentration. Jayson Shaw off and running. 1-0 ahead. One thing we know for certain, regardless of the results, Alex, is that it's the 24th edition of the Dapperbet Whirlpool Masters this. The 17th European winner is going to be crowned. And you are one of the 17.
Yeah, and I cherish that. Even though it's a long time ago. When we had Guilders and Nokia's, I said on day one.
Doesn't matter the currency for Jayson Shaw, whether it's pounds, dollars, euros. He just accumulates.
Yeah, everything he touches turns into gold, it seems, over the past 12 months.
Rack 2, Jayson Shaw to break.
Breaking
Leading
from
1-0.
the right side. Over the 3 days, the other side has been the better side to break from. Doesn't matter. He makes the corner ball fly in. A difficult shot. A shot nonetheless on the 1 ball. And a 2 ball in the center of the table. Position will be difficult. Because the 2 does not go to the same pocket. Beautiful. So clean. He's playing the 2 to the side. And he's pointing to the 3 ball. That's where the cue ball will head to. He cut it thin. The 2 ball. I think he expected to run into the 3 ball. He can cut it to the side pocket. And he played it. He's left a shot to David. He plays so quick.
Angry to have left the table so prematurely, but sometimes when you look at a 9-ball pool table, what can be very deceptive, how difficult it is to pot balls to the middle pocket.
Extension called.
Question is to what extent the 9 is hampering David's cueing. No problem there. Ooh. A poor delivery. Totally cued across the ball. His bridge hand that you want to be solid and firm and stable. Pulling away.
Yes, the right shoulder in that shot.
Oh, look at this. A kick shot. Hit the rail first, clip the 3 ball on the way out. Nice touch. Good defense. The 3 in the middle of the table. Makes it a difficult ball to hit. Using a method here. There are many methods to measure kick shots on a pool table.
Called.
So the 3 in the cue ball, same distance off the rail, makes it relatively easy to find the exact aiming point on the rail.
Contact made, but safety not achieved.
Yeah, I think he tried to hit it a little thicker. The cue ball would have ended up closer to the short rail. Needs to stand still. He's nervous. He's nervous, you can tell by the way he's stroking the shots. Not as sound a delivery as in the semi-final. Not yet, not yet. He's still settling in. Now it's not said that he will play with topspin to go to the short rail. Some players would prefer to hit lower and stroke the shot. Like this. Under pressure, players do not like to float the ball.
That's normal, Alex. You've been perceptive here. There's no doubt he is feeling it.
He's putting a ball in the pocket because he will hit this with speed. And once during this tournament, on a shot from Wojtek Szewczak, the ball went in, waited a second and then popped out.
Yes, and it was Jayson Shaw who was the beneficiary.
Come on, they say. First rack for David from Spain. Easy to say that 90% of all the spectators here are in favor of David. A good rack. He fought his way through it. I have the impression, Phil, that David is playing quicker. Now, I'm sure that he's playing quicker than in the semi-final. He played against Albin. Albin plays a slower game. That's a pitfall. If you're playing against a quick player, Shaw is like ultra quick. He blitzes 9-ball racks. The pitfall is that you get influence in your rhythm. So David should be aware of this.
Yeah, I think it's generally assumed that if one player dictates the pace, it's if he's got a ponderous, methodical player and he slows the other one down. But it works the other way as well. We've seen it plenty of times in the past.
Thank you, rack 3. David Alcaide to break. 1-1.
Not too thin. 3/4 ball hit. That's good. That's good. Good cue ball control. But no ball down.
At least the one is stone cold safe.
The 5-7 is not aligned towards the pocket. The 4 is tied up with the 8-ball. We'll see a lot of pool playing in this rack. Containing safety by Jayson Shaw. Not doing anything special, just not leaving a shot and giving him distance. If you don't know what to do, give him 9 feet. I like a double bank here. The one towards the 4-8.
Now, most of the time, if Alcaide left the 1 ball, he would be really worried. There will be concern there, but as Alex said, this table is really awkward.
It's awkward, but Jayson Shaw was looking at that 5-7. If the balls are touching or almost touching, it's possible to throw the second ball.
Extension
so maybe
call.
he can manipulate the 7. And possibly, if he leaves himself an angle on the 2, he could try and open the 4-8. Okay, that's one problem solved. But solving one problem, he created another. He doesn't seem to have a clear view of the 2 ball. Oh. Oh,
Bend it like Beckham. How about shape it like Shaw?
nice one. Oh, look at this. This is it's so nice if you have a champion player in form. There's no doubt he sees the ball, he thinks about what to do. There's no negativity. Now he can kick. The shot I like here is kick and stick. So hit the rail first. Okay, this is good. It's a snooker, but it's an easy hit for David. And possibly when hitting the 4 on the right side for us, he can throw in the 8 ball. But with a kick and stick, he would have played a cue ball safety. More aggressive. Oh, he got lucky here, David. He played to make the 8, but he overspun the ball. And the leave behind the 5-7 is fortunate. He can play a ticky. Short rail, long rail. Or like this. Nice shot. You see how fast they're playing? I mean, David is a quick player. As long as it doesn't harm your shot, well, your shot selection.
Nothing harmful about
Just check
that.
I have my phone. Just run that back.
Well,
Make sure I hit. Okay?
Nigel wants to see if it was short rail, long rail, then the 4,
the cushion, okay?
and they will look if the 4 went back to the rail, to the long rail. Actually, it didn't seem like it. Yeah, it did not go back to the rail, the 4. After contact, a ball, any ball needs to hit the rail.
Foul, foul shot, ball in hand.
Well, what a very good decision from Nigel Rees. Every credit for that. I really thought that the ping 4 ball had made contact with the side cushion, but clearly on the replay it did not.
It's a bad roll for Jayson Shaw because he played to hit it over 2 rails, and then there was half a millimeter where this could happen.
And so being in jail for Alcaide turned into at the table with a clear chance.
Now, Jayson Shaw has not been lucky here, but if he had kicked to stick the cue ball behind the 8 before that safety on the 4, it would have been much more difficult for David to hit the ball. It's also very much a game of chance. Do you give your opponent the chance to get lucky? Or do you stick him behind the ball?
Extension call.
It should go, of course, but after what we've seen today, I'm not going to say it's a formality.
He'll stroke it in. I expect him to stroke it in instead of shooting plain ball. There was a heavy contact, Phil. 100%.
And now Alcaide's got a heavy heart.
A thumpy sound. You could see the 9-ball turn.
Well, would you believe it? Jayson Shaw again cleans up a mess. Alcaide misses the 9 ball as Pagulayan did in the quarterfinals. This is earlier in the match. Shaw 2-1 up.
Hit the 1 straight in the face. 2 balls down. And so close to the 2 ball that I don't think he can pocket it. Nothing on.
Will this be playing on his mind, David Alcaide? Alex Lely thought he might have suffered from a skid, a kick. It certainly seemed to straighten slightly, yeah. I don't think he's happy with the contact.
Not attacking the 2 ball. A good safety.
So, Alex, is he experienced enough not to dwell on that mistake?
Oh, difficult question, Phil. This is what professionals do. It's all about the mental game. Sure, you need to be skillful.
Extension called.
But making that mental reset is important. But the bigger the moment, and the bigger the occasion, the more difficult it is to stay fresh, light-hearted. Okay, he's leaving this on. This is a perfect table for David Alcaide to forget that missed 9 ball. Nothing really difficult to do for him. Straight on the 4 will leave him right for the 5. And if he's straight on the 5, automatic position on the 7 he'll have.
Yes, you can't erase what's gone before. You can't make up for it. But you can soothe the hurt. And immediately getting back on level terms would do just that. No reason why he can't.
Top sport is about taking blows, taking punches, without getting destabilized morally or mentally. Jayson Shaw knows that. He's patient. Can do no other than wait.
The initial 4 racks of the final are shared. Nothing to choose between them. And you know, it's been that kind of tournament. No one in this Tercentenary Sports Hall in Gibraltar would be surprised if it went right to the wire.
I would love that.
We've not had a Whirlpool Masters final go the distance since 2005 in Doncaster, and that was a remarkable match. That was the final when Rodney Morris had one hand on the trophy, but in the end was beaten 8-7 by Raj Hundal.
Yeah, I was there. Hundal was on fire. Nice rhythm player, Raj. He's not super consistent, but if he gets going, it's spectacular how he can play.
One thing I'm sure will be in Shaw's mind and very much to his benefit. Ted made the point.
Rack 5. David Alcaide to break.
A habit of winning.
2-2.
Got kissed 3 times, the cue ball. He has difficulty on the break to not hit the one ball too thin. It's always going forward. With a thicker hit on the one ball, the cue ball would be slow, drifting to the long rail. This is a tricky shot. The double kiss looms large. Missed the double kiss, but did not miss the 9 ball. But maybe it helped. He sees enough. He can pocket the 2 ball, Jayson Shaw. Needs to bridge over the 6. Needs to cut the 4. Now, if he would go over the angle, short rail, long rail, the 5 doesn't go to the corner, so he needs to kill the cue ball, keep it on that side. Coming around. Works just as well like this. The 8 blocks the path for the 7 to the side pocket. He's somewhat constricted in what he can do with the 7. It passes the 9. So he can draw back here. It's tight. Nice. You can note that Shaw is not always stroking big on shots. Sometimes he's very compact.
And so for the 3rd time in this title showdown, Jayson Shaw hits the front. He was 1-0, he was 2-1 ahead, and now it's 3-2.
I think David Alcaide, well, should be blaming himself for that mistake. He was quick to decide. It was a very difficult angle, and I know he knows his 3 cushion game. He's a good safety player. The shot he tried was very, very difficult. The safety on the 2 ball, that is. That was the first shot he got after the break. Very little room to work with. After the break, the players get double time. Twice the time to decide what to do.
Thank you, rack 6. Jayson Shaw to break, leading 3 racks to 2.
Shaw looking for a 2-rack gap for the first time. Oh, and the little nudge on the 7 onto the 1 has worked a treat for him.
Yeah, with the pop break, when they hit the 1 ball full, often the 1 ball comes to rest between the 1st and 2nd diamond on the short rail. But this time the 7 helped him out. Draw back for the 2. Or using the full pocket, playing with topspin. Very efficient solution here. He has so much confidence in his pocketing ability that his shot selection works differently. He likes minimal movement of the cue ball. I do too, but I don't pocket like him.
And with him, that swagger, that total self-belief isn't built on bravado. It's built on a bedrock of genuine confidence.
And again, one ball in the pocket to avoid the rebound. And even if it happens 1 in 1,000 shots, you don't want it to happen here now. This is a nice angle. This looks like a difficult position, but this is how you want it. A lot of angles so you can soft stroke it. Look how clean he hit that shot. Beautiful. Hitting the back of the pocket.
And that easy cue power, he can maneuver a wide ball around so beautifully.
Smooth. A break and run for Jayson Shaw, extending the lead. 2 racks now, 4-2.
Yes, and that means he's halfway to the title. 2 on the trot, Shaw in full flow. And the byword for Shaw as he breaks off in rack number 7, consolidation.
He's getting a lot of value on the break. Popping the cue ball. A square hit on the 1. And the 8 sits with the 1 ball, blocking the path to the pocket.
Tantalising break off that. 2/3 of the job done. Ball in pocket. Clear shot to the 1, but the problem is that intervening black ball.
Now David can clip the 1. Very thin hit. I think on average, Phil, if we would have the opportunity to measure it, I think on average David is 3 seconds, 4 seconds quicker per shot than in his match against Albin. And the 1 ball sits. Not everything he touches turns into gold. A sitter for David, but the difficulty here is the position of the 2. One corner blocked by the 6 and possibly the other one by the 9.
Extension called.
Snooker players and pool players have much in common. One thing, selective memory when it comes to fortune. Yes, he was unlucky there, but...
I call it the automatic ego defense system at work. Was always going to be difficult. Now, he could look at the 2-9 carom, because it's close to being on. Maybe the 2-3 combination and the 2-9 carom. He played a beautiful carom against Shane. There it is. There it is. No, it's sitting, but he did make the 3. Pressure pot now on the 2. Big shot coming up. He can stun to the long rail. He won't scratch. nervy stroke. Has to elevate the back of the cue, hit downward with right spin. Doesn't have to be straight in on the 5. Go towards the 3rd diamond on the right rail. Coming out. It's looking good for Team Spain. Very soft. Or using the rails. Can play 2 rails. Like this. He likes to punch. And it's nice to watch a player who gets that extra rail instead of killing the ball all the time. He's going to hit this with speed. Straight draw or stun to the rail. Straight draw. He's pegging him back. 1 rack.
Well, Alcaide put the 9 ball there. Unmissable. Once again, David Alcaide shows his tenacious side. 4-3, good final in play right now. And one aspect of this match we need to discuss, Alex, is the fact that if Alcaide were to win, his chances of returning to the European Mosconi Cup team in around 10 months' time would be significantly boosted. Made his debut in 2006, he would love to be part of that European juggernaut again. Same goes for Jayson Shaw, of course, but with his superb CV, hard to imagine he won't be selected.
Good point, Phil.
And I think Mosconi Cup, in the minds of the players from both sides of the Atlantic, rather like in golf these days, the Ryder Cup's always in the mind of the leading golfers from those continents. They want to be there.
Thank you, rack 8. David Alcaide to break, trailing 3 racks to 4.
Oh, this is a good roll for him if the 5 doesn't spoil the party. Didn't, but look at the 8. The only possibility, but I don't think it's on, is a kiss shot on the 8. Had the 8 been maybe 1 inch to the left, he could hit the 2 into the 8 and make it go in the side pocket. Now it's not on. What can he do?
Push out cold.
A safety he could have played here was draw back behind the 5 and hit the 2 into the 8. But he opted to play a push out. It's a difficult position. And I say that because look at this. A Shaw can hit both sides of the 2 ball. There's no bank on, he would double kiss. So if he plays object ball first, Alcaide, he'll send the 2 towards the other short rail. An aggressive safety because he played cue ball. He controlled the cue ball. The 3 is helping. The 2 is at a perfect distance from the rail to play a kick and stick. Full ball hit. But he attacked the 2, he tried to make it. Pretty safe. Pretty good roll there. Bank the 2 back up. Hide behind the 5. Checking the cue ball with a lot of right spin. And he's putting the handcuffs on. He finally has got him hooked. Snookered behind the 5. It's a very difficult position to make something happen.
Extension called.
Went down to 8-9 seconds on the clock and then decided he needed the extension. So another 30 seconds granted.
So he measured where to go on the second rail, on the long rail. But look at the cue ball, because it will bend after the short rail. Difficult to judge. Nice try. Good effort. Good effort. But David gets a shot. Gets rewarded for his safeties.
And really, this chance no more than he deserved.
He will need to cover a lot of distance to run this rack, because he needs to go from the 5 to the 6 and back to the 7. And then the 8 to the side or the corner. Wrong side of the 4. One rail, top spin. That's a good angle. Can he reach it? I know Chang could. Okay, crossing the table over the side pocket. No, he played one rail. He played one rail. I thought he would be playing 2 rails. Going to the second long rail and then towards the 6. I think there was a little twitch in the delivery. Nice recovery shot. Spun the ball. He's almost there. Now he's looking at the 8 to the side pocket, if he likes that. Oh.
Well, that was one of those shots where he hit it so badly. In the end, it worked out okay in terms of not leaving anything on. Wow.
He's playing quick. Too quick. Anxiously trying to find a rhythm. Shaw did not hide behind, did not find the hiding behind the 8. The 7 goes. So I think Alcaide will draw back. Ooh, he's getting twitchy.
Tension coursing through his veins. He's a bundle of nervous energy. But he's also back on level terms. Alcaide equalised at 1-1 and 2-2. He's now tied the scores at 4-4. So much at stake in this particular contest.
Oh man, this is the biggest match of his life.
Look at the prize money. $20,000 to the winner, 10 to the runner-up, both good paydays. But of course, it's not just about finance. Let's not try and kid ourselves. The money is very big, but also it's the kudos and what it could lead to in terms of other things in your pool career. Confidence, as we've talked about, the Mosconi Cup. For David Alcaide, it would be enormous.
Thank you, rack 9. David
Yeah,
Alcaide
in a
to break.
professional career,
4-4.
it's all about building momentum. A streak of successes. And the living proof of that is Jayson Shaw. Success breeds success. Breeds confidence, breeds more success.
Well, this is a final where we're not seeing dry breaks crop up. What we are seeing is breaks that look okay, and then all of a sudden you realise there's a snag.
Yeah.
Push out called.
A difficult push out. I would definitely look to tie something up here. Like this. Good shot from David. Now, a good shot here is to kick short rail and then clipping the one. Oh, he could hit it fat enough to draw to the long rail. He can cut this, David. But can he avoid contacting the 6?
The 2 passes the 8, as you can see there.
He'll play the cue ball to the long rail. Then speed it up with the right spin.
Extension called.
Now the 4 doesn't go to the lower left-hand pocket. So he needs speed here. Oh, he checked the cue ball. Nice, nice, look. He was in a difficult position on the 2. He used it. And now has a proper angle on the 4 to open the 5. Would have liked to be a diamond closer though to the 4. Almost. A quarter tip too low on the cue ball there. Too much draw.
Shaw ready to pounce.
A containing shot played to not lose here. Instead of trying to make something happen, trying to play an Efren, an Effie. Waiting shot he played. But Shaw's not waiting. Look at this. He cut the paint off the ball. Super shot.
He'd be good at shaving Parma ham. Likes a thin cut.
Oops.
But there, didn't bring home the bacon. That, Alex, was a surprising miss.
Yeah, what tells us he's feeling the heat as well. That's a good thing for David. Sometimes when you get nervous, you get so aware of your own problems that you forget to look at your opponent. That you fail to see that he's feeling the same heat. So in that sense, the miss on the 7 helps David.
He's already missed 1-9 ball in this final in the third rack. But that was an easier pot, and it's into the heart of the pocket. This is a first. Alcaide in front. As with every match here, the target is 8 racks. And we've gone full circle. There's Francisco Sanchez Ruiz from Murcia, who was involved in our very first match of this tournament here on Friday night. He was beaten by the then defending champion, Shane Van Woning, here supporting his fellow countryman, who's now breaking off in rack number 10.
Needs to make that corner ball. Needs to make that corner ball. Did not. As in the previous break. Now it's difficult if you're breaking the whole tournament from the left side, from one side, with good results. It's difficult to not be stubborn. But Jayson is making easy balls on the other side. I would copy him. He's getting the best results. Top left pocket. Needs to elevate, hit below center. And stun towards the 8 ball. He'll go there automatically with a center ball hit. Wow. Well, he made the ball, but he's losing his finesse. Difficult position, he needs to travel more. 4 doesn't pass the 8. Actually, he played a real good shot there. Come around the 8, 2 rails. He'll be good for the 5. He's back in position. Stopped in time, the cue ball. One more rotation and he would have to play a very difficult shot now. Maybe in the future with virtual reality, people get the chance to beat Jayson Shaw for one rack, just to experience what it would feel like to be on autopilot. How's this? Unbelievable.
Makes it look easy at a time when nothing's easy. 5-5. This is brewing up a treat.
Unbelievable shot making from Jayson Shaw. If he sees the ball and there's an inch between the balls, he'll make it. That's what it looks like. And not, because he did miss the 7 in the previous rack. But such an instinctive player. Pure feel.
The thing is with this format, when the scores are level, it's never truly level, because obviously the guy who's just won the previous rack gets to break, and so he has the edge. And it's an edge worth mentioning.
A big edge, since he's making
rack 11.
balls on
Jayson
every
Shaw to
break.
break, 5-5.
Squatting the cue ball. Getting better positions. I say this is where David needs to break from the next time he gets to break. Jayson Shaw mishit the break there. And he has no shot on the 2. Many balls clustered together though. Usually that makes it easier to hide.
Yes, they talk about traffic, don't they? That's pool congestion for you.
Yeah, but in the same way, all these balls give David a pretty good chance to resave Jayson Shaw. I'd say, let me say something.
Extension called.
If he would play this shot 10 times, I think David would resave him 3 to 4 times. So many trees to hide behind. Four out of 10. That's what I think.
Ball in hand.
Okay, it's a pity.
Start the clock, please.
Worst case scenario.
Ball in hand pull. You gotta like that for a 6-5 lead. Hold the cue ball there. He's left-handed, so the way he played it, he can stay where he was. Clip it, check it. Natural angle for the 6. Go to the long rail. Or, if he doesn't like that, punch it. Go long, short rail. Long, short. But every time you travel, you run the risk of losing position. The more you do, the more can go wrong. But he's a field player. And he likes to punch the ball. This is a very testy shot. In between the 7-8 looks the better shot to play. Oh, unbelievable. I'm lost for words, really.
It just keeps happening. Can he keep going to the well? Grazing the 8 ball, just coaxed it in.
Oh, how can David digest this? He was getting ready to get to the table.
James Nisbet isn't the only lucky man. So too is Jayson Shaw. 6-5 ahead, and what a fluke.
Yeah, he lost position, missed a 6, but made it.
Looked on the alignment he was overcutting it, so there it's missed. 8 ball, thank you very much.
It's part of the game. It's part of the game, but he must try to only think about his next shot, the break, the next rack. Don't think back. But he plays so quick, there's no time to think back.
The thing is, we've talked about luck so often with him during this tournament because it's true. But the thing you've got to bear in mind as well is he's phenomenally talented. So what a potent cocktail that is.
Corner ball came high. The rack didn't open up particularly well.
And maybe that's the pool gods saying, you know, in this game, luck is always rationed.
So a 1-4 combination would make the 1 ball after contacting the 4 travel towards the top pocket. Good control. Now the 7 goes to the lower left-hand pocket. But the 6 is in a difficult position for David, because if he shapes up for the 2 with too much angle, he would have trouble avoiding the 6 if he wants to go 2 rails, or avoiding the 8-9 if he goes 1. So this is a good shot. Very nice. Speed control. No problem whatsoever in avoiding the 8-9 and 6. He can go around the 3 ball or in between the 5-8. And again we see how the check side doesn't really grab off of the short rail. He would have liked to be straighter on the 3. Was a shot to nothing. I think he also played to clip that 8 ball, hit the top side, but in such a way that he would clip it or not hit it. To always have a shot on the 5. I don't see him attempting to open the 8-9 from the 6. That wouldn't make sense. He's looking from the left side or from the right side.
Extension called.
I like it. Personally, I would prefer to play the 6 with a low right, going to where the cue ball is now, and then pocketing the 7 to the right, going short rail, long rail towards the corner pocket. And then he'll find the 8-9. So this is what he plays. No, it's not what he... Yeah. He can play to land below the 8, or he can play to open the 8-9. Most important, don't miss the 7. Nice. Needs to travel. Very nice. Great shot. The Matador is fighting. Oh, went to the side pocket, beautiful. Great out by David Alcaide, leveling the score once again, 6-6.
Yes, it really is a display of heart from Alcaide. Pool parity achieved in Gibraltar.
A race to 2. A race to 2 for the title.
I think of the 2, it's Alcaide is looking a little more pensive, understandably wound up. Shaw seems to be sitting there looking more relaxed, but, you know, how you look can sometimes belie your actual emotions.
But I must say, the last rack that Alcaide played, it was very clean. Clean cue ball positions. And Jayson Shaw, maybe his pocketing ability doesn't get affected by nerves, but maybe his judgment and shot selection. He's playing a little wild, Jayson Shaw.
Okay, rack 13. David Alcaide
So
the break.
again,
6-6.
Alcaide breaking from the left side. Twice already a dry break. Needs to power up. And powering up he did. He did make the corner ball. Difficult to see if he can cut the 1 ball in. I don't think so. No shot. Oh yes, a shot. He looked at the potting angle.
Relatively still on that one, which was a prerequisite.
Yeah, now he's taking a little more time. He's made it. No, hangs it over the pocket. It's the same shot as the one he missed in the first rack.
He was still on the one, but not still on the two.
And after a miss like that, he's lucky to even get back to the table in this match. If he plays with right spin, he has a chance to make the 9 as well. A chance. Not in, but ready. Lovely.
We must recall he missed a 7 down the opposite rail in rack 9. No miss there, though. Jayson on the threshold of yet another major title in the world of 9-ball pool. But you know, David Alcaide will be feeling just as blue as the ball he missed. Jayson just looking for one more thrust to get over the line. But you know, they say winning the last frame or the last rack, never easy. Now, in the middle there with the glasses, that's Jayson Shaw's wife, Ara, and on the right-hand side of her, Jayson's sister. So Alcaide's got plenty of support, but Shaw doesn't lack either.
Jayson Shaw's last break in this World Pool Masters. He got to the hill,
14.
he's played himself into a winning position.
7-6.
Now he needs to clinch it. 9 balls to go. 3 down on the break. A monstrous break, and look at the 8-6. They crossroads. But did they open up enough for him to get to the 3 ball? No shot on. He can get to the 3 ball. But it doesn't seem that he can hit the left side of the ball. A good shot. He found a way to attack the ball with defense. Had he made it, he probably would have been out. Cue ball. And there it is.
Jayson Shaw, come on down. The red 3 ball is on. On a day when the weather has been a lot like Scotland here, a Scottish champion could be about to emerge.
He needs speed here. This is tricky, Phil. Super difficult. Needs to avoid the right-hand pocket. Phil. We have to bring this man to the casino and bet with him. Oh, he can't go wrong.
Extension called.
Oh, this was always a difficult shot. He needed to jack up to avoid the scratch. It was the 5 where he went wrong. The position. Now David needs to hit the ball. At least hit the ball. Good speed. Good speed.
You can touch, feel the tension out there.
Ooh, difficult stroke. He's not one to float the ball. He doesn't like to float the ball. He's feeling the heat, and the whole match he's punching balls in. But yet again, with it.
It's truly extraordinary to miss successive 6 balls and on both occasions to leave his opponent hooked.
Look at the crowd go wild. A good jump, a great jump. He made the 6, but the next shot might even be harder. This is the one he's supposed to make. Nice. Oh, what a positive stroke. What a positive shot by David, yes. Showing a lot of fight and determination.
How can you possibly deny David Alcaide this? He's looked Jayson Shaw in the eye, he's looked Lady Luck in the eye and said, forget it, I'm not about to capitulate. 7-7, the most fitting conclusion to the tournament imaginable. Jayson Shaw had good fortune there, not once but twice, but in the end, it mattered not.
My heart rate is up, I don't know, 40 beats per minute. Imagine how they're feeling.
Look at this. That's the first fluke snooker on the 6. Having missed it by, one has to say, pretty much a mile. Here's the second. Alcaide was entitled to feel cursed at this moment. His fans were raising their arms in the air. What's happening, they were saying. But Alcaide got down and played the jump shot of his life.
Yeah, and I like that 7 as well. Hey, the stroke on the 7 was enormous. Like last time.
Final rack.
A little more
David
speed.
Alcaide the break.
Maybe 80, 85%. 3/4 ball hit. Lost the cue ball. Where's the 1 ball gonna sit? It's ready. Vamos, they say. Now, from where the 2 is, he would have a shot on the 3. That means that he wants to get straight on the 2. So he can stop. And from the 3, a natural angle to get to the 4. This is the key shot. Draw back a couple of inches. Nice. More than nice. Perfect. Stop shot, good enough. No, not good enough. Perfect.
We're nervous in here. What must he be thinking?
Extension
The
call.
difficulty now, this amount of pressure, is to make enough of a backswing.
Well, he's gambled a little there when the beep started. Didn't want to be disturbed, so took his extension. No safety net.
Clean. Now, if he stuns the cue ball, he'll go to the long rail in between the center pocket and the third diamond. Just needs to come out of the rail. Not try to get too close to the four. Oh, he's drawing. Coming over the side pocket. Oh no. Needs to stop.
The last two World Pool Masters finals were runaways. Shane Van Boening dominating both. This hasn't been a runaway, it's been a classic.
Around the 6-9. Doesn't want to land on the 50 yards line.
The mind's playing tricks. If this was the club back in Malaga, no sweat. But this is for all the marbles.
To the side pocket. Cue ball needs to stay away from the rail. Don't applaud yet. This is what it all comes down to, Phil. He's lost the cue ball. He has to come with it now. The shot of his life.
They call it in the States a gut check.
What a shot.
Look at the green, almost jumping back onto the table.
Oh, he's got it. What a fighter.
The realization of a dream. Dynamite David Alcaide. Glory in Gibraltar. Jayson Shaw denied at the death, and his Spanish fans, they are ecstatic. Alex, that was one pool match.
Yeah, very nice. This, you know, to win in front of your friends and family, that's the best thing. This is the biggest title in his life. It's like, I'm lost for words, Phil.
You must feel sorry for Jayson Shaw. He entertained us so royally throughout the 3 days, came so close, and it's a bitter defeat to take. But the champion is David Alcaide. He came close in 2007 in Holland, lost in the final to Thomas Engert, but he didn't lose tonight.
Well, 16 of the best players in the world gathered here on Friday night in Gibraltar. European and world champions, the greatest players in the world of 9-ball. And David Alcaide has won the trophy. And he's beaten legends every step of the way. Look at the emotion. The list of previous champions reads like a who's who of modern pool legends. And overcome by emotion, David Alcaide can add his name to the list. And these are brilliant scenes, aren't they? Because this just shows the emotion that he's had to go through. He's had to fight through a quarter-final, a semi-final and a final today. It's been so hard to mentally and physically stay on track. In a cold, it's got to be said, in a cold Victoria Stadium here, but he's managed to stay focused all the way through the day. and David Alcaide is now the champion. Well, we're pretty much ready for the prize presentation. And we'd like to introduce the presentation party now. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to present the trophy, the Gibraltar Minister for Culture, Media, Youth and Sport, the Honourable Stephen Linares. Well, it's been a great final, and a big hand, ladies and gentlemen, for the runner-up, Jayson Shaw. And now, the winner of the 2017 World Pool Masters, David Alcaide. Congratulations, David. Come on over. Let's have another chat. Absolutely brilliant. Do you want to park yourself here in front of the table? This was the moment that you did it. How does it feel to be the World Pool Masters champion?
Sorry, I don't speak too much. I don't have. I don't play very good in the final. I think I miss 2 or 3 easy ball, but it's too much pressure. I have a little lucky for maybe the best or the best 2 players in the world now is Jayson. I don't know what to say.
Was that jump shot the best shot of your career, would you say?
I think the last 6 balls is my best shot. The jump shot is the shot, not half the other option. I have lucky I make the ball.
Just talk us through this jump shot, because it was absolutely brilliant.
It's unbelievable, unbelievable. I don't know. I say this trophy is for my children, for my Daniela. Te quiero.
Oh, that's fantastic. And we saw at the end, you were in tears, and you've obviously got a lot of emotion now. How much does this mean to you to win this trophy tonight?
No, I don't understand English now. Sorry. I say very, very thank you for Mushroom, for invitation for me for this tournament. Very, very, very thank you for every fan. I hope play next year. See you next year.
I can guarantee you will be here next year.
Okay. More fun.
Defending champion. Stay there a second. Let's have a quick word with Jayson. Where he is, Jayson. Give him a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Jayson, congratulations on a brilliant final. It just didn't quite work out for you at the end there, did it?
I had 2 chances, you know, I blew it, so I didn't deserve to win after having 2 chances, you know. But he played good, you know. I watched all his matches all week. He played pretty solid and had a chance to win, and I didn't take it, so he deserved to win in the end.
It seemed like you were improving all the way through the tournament, and you got to 7-6 up there. Looked like you were in the driving seat.
Well, as I said, I haven't played for a couple of weeks, so coming here and obviously first couple of matches, just trying to get in stroke, you know what I mean? But as the tournament went on, I got better. But, you know, as I said, I had chances there and just sort of didn't really take them at the end. I just was a little bit pumped, you know. But that's the way it goes, you know. You win some, you lose some.
Well done. Congratulations on a good performance in this tournament. And one more question for the victor. How are you going to celebrate now?
It's secret.
It's a secret.
No, it's
He's going to buy me drinks all night. That's what's going to happen.
This is unbelievable. Everybody knows who is Jayson, this unbelievable player, but it's better for the people. Thank you, Jayson. It's special.
Well
I'll
done.
go to discotheque. Everybody, come on! Sorry. For my boss. Calvo, esta va para allí.
David Alcaide, ladies and gentlemen, give him a big hand. He is the World Pool Masters champion.